Hello family, welcome to the channel Divine Truth Tarot. Welcome to our channel Divine Truth Tarot. I'm Sarah and I'll be your intuitive guide. I wonder how you guys are feeling today. I am not feeling so hot. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I've got the Ascension flu again and I'm feeling pretty crappy. My best guess is that we're going through this really deep purge right now, and many of you are going to be feeling these symptoms: jaw pain, ear pain, tooth pain, neck pain, shoulder pain, sinus congestion, headaches, blurry vision. Just being told for some of you, lightheadedness, just utter physical, mental exhaustion, almost to the point of anguish, wanting to sleep all day, feeling like you've never slept. Obviously, sleep pattern disruptions, insomnia. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's felt like I've had water in my ears for a few days now. It's not a sinus infection, by the way. It's like I'm not really coughing up anything. I did have an experience yesterday, though, which was super fun. I was making a smoothie in my kitchen and I started to gag. That I've been like dry gagging lately, dry heaving, which I never do. I don't have a gag reflex. And I almost threw up. And so it was like, this is a purging, okay? A purging of heavy duty energies where it's like the final push, guys. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms along with me, please hang in there, please rest, please hydrate, green juice, mineralize, do what you can. Lots of salads, nothing too dense unless you're being called to that dense food. There's nothing wrong with junk food when you're going through ascension, and I'm not the person who would ever say that, but if your body needs dense food, find a way to give it dense food. Ideally, it would be something like potatoes, squash and things like that. But if you feel like you need the chocolate or the junk food, don't go for milk chocolate, go for dark chocolate, go for something that has, cacao, something that's healthy or something that can give you that magnesium. But I'm telling you guys, it's pretty intense. And I'll be on the road traveling tomorrow through Friday, so I'm just trying to get my mojo up. But I did want to do a reading for you guys because we have 2 new decks. I'm just over the moon with the generosity that you guys have shown me and this channel. Ronald has gifted the channel. This is his 8th deck. So can we get please hearts in the chat for Ronald? Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. This is a very unique tarot, so I'm very excited to dive into that. I already had a little mini read for myself this morning. And then from our beautiful soul sister Heidi, we have the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So thank you to Heidi. Thank you to Ronald. Can we get hearts in the chat for both of these amazing divine feminines who have gifted the channel with these gifts and these new decks that we get to play with today. So today will be a short reading, guys. I just don't have, my voice doesn't have a lot to give, and I do have some private readings to get to as well. So we're going to get started with the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Okay, so I've already blessed the deck and shuffled really well, but we're going to do some shuffles again. And while we shuffle, we're going to invite in, that's interesting. I don't know what was going on there. What's going on there? These are, when cards are new, they can be, they're not stiff, but they have an interesting feel to them, these cards. A little slippery. So let's go ahead and call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Gabriel. And my guides, my spirit guides, my light team, ancestors, higher self, please come into this reading. Please bless this reading, create a sphere of protection around this reading, around myself, around anyone watching, around our higher selves, and of course our counterparts, and just create a connection from my heart to theirs. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's find out what's going on with the counterparts. I'm feeling as though just intuitively that I'm picking up on the masculines are in this, they're in hibernation again, and the feminines are transmuting for them. I forgot to introduce you guys. My mom is making these gnomes now. I told her she needs to start selling all of her stuff. She made these pumpkins, homemade pumpkins. She's amazing. And then so this is my gnome that I asked for her to make. So she's doing them for my sister-in-law as well. But look, he's got a little bow, and mine's a little lopsided. So we joked that he was a little drunk. what I wanted to say was he's just going through the ascension flu, so it's fine. He's not really drunk because I don't drink. But yeah, so she's amazing. She's amazing. If she does start selling her things, I know they would go like wildfire, but I will definitely let you guys know if that's the case. If that's the case, she would do limited amounts, and she does seasonal. She loves the season, so she likes to do holiday things. Okay, 6 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Okay, what's going on with the masculines? So we get a little picture, an idea of what's going on with the masculines. Rite of Passage, 6 of Swords. The end of challenging times. Things are looking up. A welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or an illness. Travel or relocation. Okay, interesting that we have a swan here. So swans indicate grace and abundance. So we have grace, you know, washing over the masculines right now. I wish it would wash over the feminines also. We deserve it too. Abundance. And you can see that brighter times are ahead, you know, leaving the storm behind. Yeah, so these masculines have definitely been through the ringer in terms of depression, in terms of their mental health. And I do feel like the 6 of Swords has been showing up a lot for the masculines. So I do feel like what this is saying is that the masculines are on their way to brighter times. And they're moving forward, moving away from illness, moving away from addiction. Moving away from depression, anxiety, insomnia, and travel or relocation. You know, for some of these masculines, that involves relocating to a different job. For some of these masculines, that involves relocating to where you are, to closer to where their divine feminine is, or just relocating out of the family home. Okay, so things are looking up for the masculines. However, many of the masculines at this time, okay, this is why the feminines are transmuting, are experiencing, you know, sleepless nights, insomnia, 9 of Swords. Unfounded fear, expecting the worst, thus creating self-fulfilling prophecies. The masculines are really, really, really good at that. Allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the situation, sleepless nights, and they're being asked to refocus their thoughts. So if you've been feeling hopeless, the hopelessness that I've been talking about that's going around in the collective, that is your masculine's energy, and you are transmuting for the masculine. So understand that, you know, this is about to be in the past, and this is the future energy coming forward here, the 6 of Swords. And let's get some more information for the masculines of what's going on for the masculines. What's going on for the masculines? What's going on for the masculines? Strength, personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness, compassion that brings about forgiveness, realizing you're stronger than you knew. Okay. So, yeah, this is what's going on. The 9 of Swords is the energy that's dissipating, okay? That's being released out of the reality, out of the 3D world of the masculines. They're moving past these challenging, difficult times, okay? It's the end of a difficult situation, and they're using all the strength that they have, right? They're using the Leo, the lion strength to really access their personal power, and it's assisting them in being able to move forward with their destiny, forward with their path, and forward towards their feminine. They're also embodying compassion right now. As I've spoken about, many masculines sort of put blame on the feminines for walking away. And they may not have done this consciously, but I think on a subconscious level, they felt rejected and abandoned, which brought up childhood wounds where they were rejected or abandoned in some way. And so the feminine brought this out in them. It was this role that you came into play for the masculine. And then the masculine in turn went and abandoned and rejected the feminine. So both of you have been healing not only codependency with each other and just codependency in general, and that's run through a lot of your relationships or all of them, but also rejection and abandonment wounds that you've both inflicted on the other person. And of course, this is all for, you know, higher purpose to heal. Okay. Tell me about the masculines who are in total silence with their feminines. Renewal. Okay, the masculines, if you're in total silence with your masculine, they're going through a renewal process, okay? This is judgment. This is redemption. This is right before the world card. Second to last card in the major arcana. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. 2 cards of forgiveness. The masculines are working hard on not only forgiving themselves for the way they treated you when they were in distortion, forgiving their parents, forgiving, their childhood, forgiving their, the childhood wounds, sisters, brothers, siblings, etc., parental figures, authority figures, forgiving, God, forgiving life, for handing them sort of like this, like I got handed a shitty stick, but also forgiving you for being the person that had to rip their wounds open. That was your role. And they're seeing you now in a different light. Time to head in a new direction. So 2 cards about heading in a new direction, 2 cards about forgiveness and strength and renewal. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do, okay? So for those people whose masculines are in other relationships, for those people whose masculines have been just total silent and quiet for months and months for the majority of this year, understand that they're going through a renewal process, a transformation, and they have judged themselves very harshly. They've judged you very harshly. They've been judging everyone very harshly, and now they're going through the process of forgiving everyone and everything. Okay. 9 of Cups, wishes come true, your dreams become reality. A magical time of life, good fortune, faith in the universe that all will be well. Okay, so the masculines are learning to have faith. This is why it's so interesting that a lot of the feminines have felt like they've had a lack of faith, because I think the masculines were working through that process of gaining their strength back and gaining their faith back and renewing themselves, renewing their faith in this process and this connection and in you. A little genie in a bottle. Okay. One more card for the masculines in separation from their feminines. Thank you. 6 of Wands. Victory. Renewal, victory, dreams coming true. I mean, the messages are pretty clear. I know it's hard to believe this. I get it. We're not seeing it yet. It hasn't happened yet for those of us in total separation. Okay, the 3D looks to be the complete opposite. But it says wise choices that bring public recognition and success. Okay, the way that I'm reading into this card in regards to the connections is that if you were hidden in any way, if your masculine wasn't able to bring you out in the open because of a karmic influence or situation or relationship or marriage, etc., or for other reasons, right, their own insecurities and fears, guess what? This is victory in terms of you're going to receive the recognition you deserve. So this is introducing you to their family and friends, introducing you to their circle, bringing you out in the open, not keeping you hidden anymore, giving you that recognition that you deserve within this relationship. So that's huge. That is huge for those of us who have had, sort of have been hidden, because obviously they can't just, some of them have told their partners, but many have not. Many have not been honest. Woo! So these masculines are making their way to be loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive. This is the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Earth. Plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details. Wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. Okay, so these masculines are, I believe it's a mother figure that's watching over the masculines, or a grandmother figure that's assisting them with coming towards you and with becoming this loyal, dedicated, divine masculine that you know them to be, stepping away from that distortion, that distorted masculine. So there may be some apprehensive. They're trying to plan carefully. It's the Knight energy. They want to charge forward, but it's like there's something that's sort of hesitation or holding them back because they want everything to be perfect. So masculines, if you're watching here, okay, what I say to you is don't wait for perfect timing. It doesn't actually exist. There is no perfect timing. There's only perfect opportunity, okay? Perfect alignment. So for the masculines who are sort of waiting around, I ask that you trust that your feminine is receptive, and trust that your feminine is surrendered, and trust that your feminine is ready for you to open that door again. So don't wait for the perfect timing, because it's not going to happen. Okay, so I wanted to get some cards for those of you who were in communication. So this is for those of you who are in communication. We have justice coming through. Interesting, we have judgment coming through for those masculines not in communication with their feminines. And for those of you not in separation, we have justice. Justice is being served inside of these connections. And the masculines are going to be standing up for what they believe in. They're going to be standing up for this connection. And there's going to be a victory within your connection. We do have the Five of Cups. So these masculines, if they've been going back and forth or have been hot and cold, there's this sense of them focusing on the negative, and sort of, it's like crying over spilled milk. Again, you don't see the two full cups being offered behind you. You're only seeing, the three broken cups or the spilled cups. More forgiveness coming in, forgiveness of self and others. So all the masculines moving through forgiveness right now, all of them moving through that wave of forgiveness. So they're being asked to look for the hidden blessings, but it's challenging for them at this time. And I think with justice coming in, I think they're having to learn some harsh lessons, these masculines, okay? And the ones I'm picking up on mostly, this is for the masculines that aren't in karmic situations, karmic relationships. Obviously, there's a karmic situation that's creating a block or obstacle, but it's not a relationship. It's almost like they're the block, they're the obstacle. So they're coming in as the Knight of Cups, and coming in with their cup overflowing with love and emotion. So even though there's this Five of Cups energy of I think I missed the opportunity, or they just feel like they don't know how to bring justice in. They feel like maybe they've messed up too many times, or they've done too much, and they don't know if you'll actually forgive them. So they're working on forgiving themselves first. But they want to sweep you off your feet, okay? They want to, I'm just getting travel. They want to take you somewhere. And they want to create and bring that balance back, that emotional balance back. They want to be more open and vulnerable with you. And so you might get a little flirtation. You might get a little love note from these masculines, okay? Or you might just get this in person. I'm feeling this is more in person than through text or phone call. But they're going to want to flirt. They're going to want to show you that I do love you. I do have these emotions for you. So they're in some way they're going to be bringing that sort of back into the connection. If they've been sort of stoic lately, or they've just been focused on, we're just going to be friends, they're going to bring that romantic element back. And then they are seeing you as their Queen of Cups. They're seeing you. They know that you're loyal. They know that you've been waiting for them. Not waiting. Okay, I don't want to hear the comments, but we'd never wait. I'm not waiting around for a man. I'm not waiting around for anyone or woman. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So if you're new to the channel, understand that when I say waiting, it doesn't actually mean sitting around waiting, letting your life be on hold. It means you're holding space. They know that you're holding space for them. They know that the door is open. They know that you've been loyal to them in this connection. They want you to take care of yourselves, though. They want you to make sure that you're not putting others first all the time, that you're healing that codependency, okay? That codependent streak that many divine feminines had of wanting to save everyone and everything, every Joe, Bob, and George. And now the feminines are asked to save themselves. But they know that you follow your heart, and they understand that your heart leads to them. Okay, there's a lot of, cups energy here, 5 cups energy, and the justice card. So there's a lot, I feel like there's going to be justice in terms of your emotions and the love that you feel for this person. You're going to be starting to see it back. They're going to start to give back more equally in this connection. Okay, so this is for those masculines who are in touch with the feminines and who aren't in a karmic relationship. And this is for all the masculines. And then these 4 cards here are for the masculines who are in karmic situations and you're in a separation from your masculine. Okay. Future energies here coming up for the twins through the end of October. Future energies through the end of October for all twins. Oh, wow. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, which has been coming up quite often. So seeds well planted. We know that the seeds have been planted. We know that now we're just waiting for the flowers to bloom. The dreaded P word, patience. Unnecessary worry about the future. Okay, so this is for the feminines who are worrying too much about the future and what's going to happen. What does this mean? You're being asked to let go of expectations. You're being asked to let go of unnecessary worry. You're being asked to just trust that the seeds that you planted in the past with your masculine, the conversations you've had, the things you've shared with them, the love that's been shared and activated is enough to take you through, is enough to assist the masculines in waking up and coming forward. We have transformation. Okay? Significant life experience that requires changes to be made. Powerful and often unexpected revelations. Breaking free of procrastination, releasing old belief systems. Well, guys, I mean, transformation, renewal coming up here. Transformation's been another active theme that's been coming up for the past, say, month or so, okay? We have this energy of, this is the Tower card in the traditional arcana. And it's a major arcana card. So is renewal, and so is justice, so is strength. So we have, in all aspects here, we have one major arcana card coming up, right? For the general, for the masculines who are in karmic connections, who aren't, who are in separation from their feminines, from the masculines who aren't in karmic situations and aren't in separation, and for the future energies. So the Tower is coming through to create stability, believe it or not. Okay, there's revelations that are going to come up for the masculines, and this will happen before the end of October. There's going to be this is breaking free of old belief systems. So no more hesitation, no more back and forth thinking, I don't know, seesaw, back and forth, and I don't know, and I'm undecided. And I know that drove the feminines crazy because it drove me batshit crazy. The feminines want stability, right? That's what the feminines are looking for with the Pentacles energy. Pentacles is earth energy. It's grounding. It's stability. It's 3D foundations. And that's what the feminine says. I've built these 3D foundations, okay? And the universe is coming in and saying, okay, we see you, we hear you, divine feminine, and we're going to help you. We're going to help your masculine break free of that mold and break free of the old belief systems that they've been holding. The masculine knows that time is running out, okay? They feel this. They feel this pressure, even if the feminine hasn't pressured them at all. The masculines feel it nonetheless. We have the Fool, and we have the Ace of Cups. So 2 major arcana cards here. Let's check it out. Baby Dolphin. There's this, his name is Baby Dreamer. I follow him on Instagram. He's a baby dolphin in Turks and Caicos that I can't wait to swim with in my next vacation. Yeah, I want to go swim with Baby Dreamer. And I'm trying to think, is Coco or Jojo is his mother, I believe. But anyway, it reminds me of little Baby Dreamer. So you'll have to go check Baby Dreamer out. It'll make your day. Dolphins are extremely emotionally intelligent. So I love that they represent the cups here. And Ace of Cups is this powerful, emotional new beginning. So the masculines are saying to the feminine, look, this is the Fool card, the dreamer. Okay, a new start, trust yourself. Masculines are learning to trust themselves. They're learning to push away their fears, and they're learning to take that leap of faith towards their dreams, okay, towards their goals. And that's you. They're dreaming about you, the feminine. That's you. You're in their mind. You're in their heart 24/7. They can't deny it. They've tried to deny it. They've tried to forget about you. They've tried to push you out of their minds, and you just come back even more powerfully. They can't do it, but they've tried. They definitely have tried. And this is about, the masculine starting to awaken to their psychic abilities. And that's something that's been coming up over and over. Transformation, right? Over and over and over again. Their guides are with them at this time, okay? They're receiving emotional, intuitive insights and downloads and information. They're realizing that they're starseeds. They're realizing that they're light workers. They're realizing, that the injustices of the world have really brought them to this place. It's brought them to their knees, and it's brought them to this place where they realize, I can no longer stay silent. I can no longer just stay in the status quo. I have to stand up for what I believe in, and I have to stand up for these injustices that are going on in the world. And of course, that always brings them back home to themselves, which brings them back to their feminine, because you guys are intricately and intimately and eternally connected by that invisible red string of fate that connects your heart to theirs and your soul to theirs. This indicates that many of you when your masculine goes through this tower moment, it's funny, the feminines got the tower moment yesterday, the masculines are getting it today, indicates that you're going to be receiving some form of communication, okay? The masculines want this fresh start, okay? They don't just want it. They're tired of just sitting here, you know, waiting for the flowers to bloom. They know that they have to take action to assist those flowers in blooming. They know that they're the missing link. So you're going to receive some form of communication. And if you haven't already, I don't make promises on timing. If you haven't received communication, this could be 5D communication. I know that's disappointing. I know that requires more patience. I know it sucks, okay? It absolutely sucks. But every situation is going to be different. The masculines, if they're not communicating, they're thinking about communicating, they're thinking about offering you this cup in just a very innocent way. You know, they want to come forward with that clean slate, okay? They don't want to muddy the waters from bringing in any energy of the past. So I'm going to head over to the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and I'm going to be finishing up the reading rather quickly. My throat is not happy with me. So if you give me just a minute, I have sorted through the cards. I do want to bless them quickly. Readings. Infuse them with golden light. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and give them a nice couple shuffles here. Really fitting with this month that we're in with these two magnificent full moons. Stay. I feel like I need 10 more card stands. Dang it. Oh man, I'll have to invest in more. I definitely need at least like 4 more, but then I don't know how you would see them all. I haven't figured it out, you know, my setup here. It's a lot more challenging than you'd think. I need a huge table and then a huge camera, and I just use my iPhone camera, by the way. Okay, let's give them one more shuffle. One more shuffle. Okay, please. Energies for the masculines. Power, full moon. Power, full moon. Okay. So the masculines are manifesting power, the magician energy. We knew this, though. The masculines are communing with the divine. They're communing with their higher selves. They're communing with their guides. Okay. They're bringing in power into these connections. This is like, you know, the tower moment, right? The transformation. That's power. Okay. When the tower moment falls, it's power because it's releasing the expectation that things have to go a certain way, or that, you know, or they label themselves as a failure, right? The masculines tend to label themselves as failures. If they lose money, they lose a job. If they have to walk away from a marriage or walk away from family or whatever the case is, religion, culture, they tend to think that they've somehow failed others or failed. And really, you know, what's so ironic about that, masculines, is when you're not moving towards your true love, you're actually failing yourself. So in like this fear of failing others, you end up failing yourselves. And I know that's not what you guys want to do at all, but that's what ends up happening. So masculines are realizing the power they have to create this new beginning, okay? I mean, 2 cards here of new beginnings, the Fool card and the Ace of Cups. They want to create this powerful new beginning, and they're starting to realize that they're the ones with the power. Yes, their feminines are powerful, but the feminines have basically planted the seeds in the 7 of Pentacles energy and sat back and said, okay, I mean, I'm done. There's nothing more I can do at this point. I can't continue to chase or push. So the feminines have really stepped back, you know, and waiting for the masculines to step forward. Stay. Thank you. And so the masculines really have no choice. If they want to be in union with their feminine, if they want their feminine, they're going to have to really step into their power. So stepping into their power, letting things shift. Right, things are shifting for the masculines. Let's give a quick card for the feminines. I know this has been mostly a masculine reading. I didn't plan it that way. It's just how it happened. Oh, look at this, guys. Surrender. So surrender. The masculines are in their power energy, and the feminines are in the energy of just surrendering to the universe, surrendering to divine timing, Archangel Metatron, surrendering to the how, surrendering the how and the when. We know the why, but we can surrender the how and the when of these connections and just give it up to the universe and say, okay, I trust in my higher power. I trust that you know better than I do when to bring this connection together and how to bring this connection together. Divine or God or source, higher self, my guides, my light team, whatever it might be, the archangels, all of the above. Okay, the ascended masters, you trust that they know better than you do how to bring this connection in and when to bring this connection in. Union energy, please. Okay. There's some resistance, okay, in the union energy. So we want to let go of this. We want to bring in more purity. This is like wiping the slate clean, bringing in a purity, a pure essence into these connections, because there's definitely something that is holding these. It's like gripping too tightly. So feminines focus on surrender. And masculines are asked to focus. Okay, I know these are union energies, but I'm getting this is mostly for the masculines. The purity card, the feminines are asked to surrender and to stop creating resistance with their thoughts, with their thought patterns, the looping patterns, and with their fears. And the masculines, on the other hand, this is frustrating. The masculines, on the other hand, are asked to think pure thoughts. Okay, the masculines are asked to purify their thoughts, purify their physical environment, purify their hearts, and really, this is the snow element. So when snow comes, it sort of covers the ground. They're asked to release anything that isn't of the light. Okay, this could be habits. Give me a second. I want to look up this card. They're asked to look for the simplest or clearest solution. Understand your motives for doing what you are doing. Be as clear as possible in your communication. Yes, masculines, thank you. The purity of clean water in a mountain stream. The purity of one single purpose. Okay. Being precise with their language and as clear as they can be in their communications, which is going to result in fewer miscommunications and misunderstandings in their relationships and work life. Keeping their intentions pure and untainted with lower energies such as jealousy, revenge, or unworthiness as much as possible. And so as not to muddy the waters in these connections. Clear quartz is what's coming up for the masculines. So yes, that rings very true for the masculines. So let's just see. Okay, end of October energies for union, abundance, and balance. Okay, good. So when we can move past, right, any resistance, when the masculines can bring in clear and coherent and organized communication, okay, instead of muddying the waters with their thoughts of not, I'm not good enough, or the fears or insecurities getting in the way, we're going to bring in balance and abundance to these connections. Balancing, this is like equal give and take. Okay, this is a justice being brought in, and the masculines are going to be able to give as much as they're taking from the feminine. And then abundance, a harvest. I just see a harvest coming in, and nature, God and the universe supporting these connections and supporting you coming together with your divine counterpart. So that has been your reading for the day, my loves. I may get to another one. Not likely today. I'm definitely not feeling well. I'll be resting. I'll be doing a few private readings. I'll be on the road tomorrow. So you likely will not. You may get a reading later in the night after dinner when I settle in to my little Airbnb. And then Thursday, Friday, I will definitely try to get at least one reading out to you guys. I'll do my best. I'll listen to my light team for guidance. I send you guys so much love, power, strength, and abundance, joy, vitality, and faith. And I'll see you guys so soon. Thanks so much for watching.